Let's go back to Sunday the 10th of April. For Bulldogs fans, this was a nightmare. It was a harrowing moment. In the dying seconds of the game against Hawthorn, we saw our captain, our lead leader, Bob Murphy, go down.
I think it's not just Bulldogs fans, Fifi. I reckon every supporter of football in Australia.
Right. Yeah, it's true.
You're right.
Because he's probably the most loved. Richo was very loved, but I think Bob Murphy...
Yeah, and you're a close second.
Yeah.
I was like the most hated. It's very true, Fev, particularly all Victorians' hearts broke, but around the country. And we've been wishing him well and giving him lots of space. And we're so excited because we've got him back on the show this morning. Bob Murphy.
Bobby!
Big round of applause here in this. Bob,
good morning, gang.
Oh, how are you, Bob? How's everything at the moment?
Oh, look, the crying stopped.
Oh, you poor thing.
No, I'm coming good, Faith. Yeah, sort of riding the emotional wave a little bit as is expected. But I think I'm winning the war. So it's good to talk to you guys, and
Bob,
I'm almost back on my feet.
That's so good, Bob. And obviously 3 weeks have passed. We know you had surgery last week, and you know Luke Beveridge said it went really well. Can take us back to that? Did you know in the moment it was bad? Like when did you really go, oh no, this is my season?
Oh, it was pretty instant, Faith. It was I've done a knee before about 10 years ago, and I've just watched enough footy, and I'm sure Fed's the same. I just know that what I was trying to do, and that's how guys do their knees, and I just heard that sweet little pop sound, and I've watched the replay, and I look like I'm in pain, but I don't have any memory of any pain. So I knew straight away that it was that was the season over. So it was just a pretty crappy moment.
Don't worry, Bobby.
Bob.
We felt the pain, mate. But I remember standing here on the Friday before that game, and we had a little chat, and I said, mate, you're up and about, and you said, 15 years I've been waiting for this. And then when that happened, and I knew straight away, as soon as it happened, I thought, oh no, that's his knee. And my heart sunk. I'm like, oh, you poor bugger.
No.
Yeah, it was, I think, feel the thing going. When your computer has too much of, the spinning rainbow wheel of death that goes on your computer. Well, that's kind of what I just became, a spinning rainbow wheel, because I didn't have enough gigabyte to kind of process the whole thing. So
your Windows 98 at it, Bob.
Yeah. I need some extra megs of RAM, or do they still do that?
yeah, that's it.
Now, mate, you are the skipper of the club, and obviously, doing a knee, you got to stay off it. Are you going to play that role with your young pups around the club, or are you going to stay away for a little bit and just let the boys do what they do?
No, I've had a week away, Fed, just on the couch trying to get back on my feet. But as soon as I can, which will probably be Monday, I'll get back into the club and try and help out as much as possible, and just try and get into a routine. I think there might be a little down the track, I might get away just for a little bit, but the idea of sort of disappearing is not something that sits too well with me. I want to be around and help the boys.
Is good this time of year, mate.
Don't
do that, Fev. Whatever Fev says, do the opposite. That's the rule of AFL players. But Bob, I mean, you're obviously being the captain. You're around the club all this season, and the guys still look great. But have you cast your thoughts forward? I mean, does it feel like once this all recovers, you will be back on the field?
I sort of haven't. I'm not game enough to kind of get too far down the track at the moment. I've kind of decided just to take off just little bites at the moment. And the first one is...
Come on, mate. Will you play again?
I'm not... I don't know at the moment. I don't know. I'm feeling...
You're part of the show. Will you play again?
I'm feeling a bit more optimistic as the days go.
That's all we needed. That's all we needed.
We're going to will it, Bob. We are willing this for you, as is all of Australia. And I wanted to ask you too, Bob, how was Justine through all this? How did she take it?
She's taken it pretty hard, especially early. It was, it was pretty traumatic because she was at the game, and it's just a bit of a traumatic. I know it's not the biggest thing in the world, but it is kind of traumatic when it's our little world. But we've kind of moved through the self-pity phase. Now we're into the tough love phase. at home. So it's no, we're good. We're positive and back on our feet.
The tough love. Get yourself to the toilet, Bob. It's not helping you out anymore.
Hey, mate.
What's that other leg doing?
Yeah, we can all hop, mate. Get along.
Did you ever go down the path of maybe having a Lars, mate? Because obviously, no spring chicken. We get on.
What's a Lars?
The Lars surgery.
Yeah, no, the synthetic. No, I didn't get too far. I definitely considered it, Fev, but for my situation, and if I don't know if I'm going to play again, it wasn't really a responsible choice. So it was
good answer.
It ended up being a pretty easy one in the end.
Now, Bob, I know, like we were saying at the top of the interview, it was heartbreaking when we all saw it all. But for me, mate, I can't help but feel that you'd said you'd come to my comedy festival show. And then I'm like, jeez, is this just one way to get out of it, Bob? I mean,
Look, it's pretty extreme action, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really. There are other ways of getting out of your comedy show, Dave. I usually use them.
I saw there was 90 seconds left in the game. I thought, if I don't sort out this corky, I really will have to go to this comedy show. And I just overcorrected.
Now, mate, the Doggies are humming. They've got a big game today against the Kangas, or tonight, sorry. First versus second. They're up and about down there at the Whitten Oval. If the boys get into a grand final, what sort of emotions will be going through your body, mate?
That's a fair way down the track, Fev. I'll start with the tonight, which is great to play the Kangaroos, on the top of the table, which is exciting for everyone, but especially for Bulldog supporters who've had a bit of a hard time of recent. And I'm sure if things work out and it got to the end of the year and things were going really well, of course there'd be a bit of an ache there to not be out there with the boys. But I think above that, some people are footy junkies, and I'm a Bulldogs junkie. So as long as we get there, which I know is the right thing to say, but it's how I feel.
Because I am playing. I'm playing in the Western Football League out there, and there's a lot of Doggy supporters, and they are up and about.
They are.
Yeah, no, they're pretty. It's a bit of a buzz around the place, which is exciting.
Bob, there is. It is our year. It's the Bulldogs' year, and I think the boys will do this for you. And we're just. I know, and then we'll do it again. Yes, next year with you, because you're playing again next year.
Well, you don't even have a membership.
Yes,
I am
absolutely on board and supporting you, Bobby.
You're on the bandwagon, Bob. She hasn't even got a membership. She's not even going tonight. She's going for a cashy.
I'm not going tonight because I can't go tonight.
I assumed you were all members. I assumed
we've nearly got Dave over from the Cats. Fev,
I'll become a member.
I'll buy a membership.
I'll buy a membership.
Bob, I'm actually going to the match tonight. Fee isn't, but I will be there.
Wow. Solid.
Yeah, do you know what? I've actually got a wedding. So, Bob, I would be there absolutely hands on. In fact, we'd love to come to watch a game. Not my wedding. We would come to watch a game with you. We'd love to do that, Bob, at some stage during the year.
Yeah, of course. That'd be great. I'd love to chaperone you guys.
But we're so glad that you're sounding great. And, Bob, our hearts all went out to you and continue to. So,
good luck with the
you're in
recovery,
good
mate.
spirits, and it's just great to talk to you, Bob.
Thanks very much, guys. Great to talk to you.